as a performer, what are your interests, and what kind of music do you perform? What would you say are your greatest strengths, and how would that impact your students?
Well, as a musician, I really, really love large chamber ensembles. While I was in Houston, I founded a group called the Houston Serenade Project, and basically it's a group dedicated to playing wind quartets and other large works like that, or things that are too small for like a professional orchestra to do very often, or too large to really be done on a chamber program. So I do perform a lot of that kind of music, usually conductorless. As far as particular genres of music, my strongest interests are in the high Baroque and in the 20th century. Those are my two favorite time periods of music, for sure. And as far as, what that can bring to students, I do have a really, I have a pretty firm grasp of Baroque performance practice and, how it applies to that music, and also how you can take those concepts and apply it to later music and get the same sort of interest in phrasing and stuff like that from the Baroque performance practice. And as far as the 20th century goes, that stuff, like sometimes what's really difficult, especially for younger students, is to figure out how to appreciate stuff like that kind of music, because it is so occasionally so atonal, and at first when you hear it, it may be kind of alarming and distressing to hear, just because it's tonally not what they're used to. So just what I can bring to that is just sort of being able to sort of guide a student into where is the line, what is this saying, what is the purpose of this, and being able to sort of make them be able to appreciate it and play it. And as far as my strengths as a performer, I feel like I really do perform. That really is my greatest strength, is every time I go on stage, it really is a performance. As far as my weaknesses, occasionally I do suffer from a bit of stage fright myself, and have done a lot to work on conquering that. And I feel like some of the work that I've done with working to conquer my stage fright, I could pass on to my students and help them sort of, nip that issue in the bud before it becomes a real problem.